If you want to get a perfect week in the Clan War Leagues, you need to use a variety of strategies, but Dima takes this to the craziest degree with some of the most absurd hits I have ever seen, including a Queen Charge Recoil Super Barb Lalo attack. Look at this ridiculous army comp. We have 17 super barbs, 5 healers, 20 balloons, a recoil spell, and a jump. But let's get into the action over here. So the super barb is going to be used to funnel our ghost queen. And the super barbs in this army are just extremely effective funnel troops. And they are worth all 17 troop space, or not 17 troop space, but all 17 times 5 of them, so what, 85 troop space. Definitely going to be worth it as we show you throughout this attack. If you don't need the sneaky gobs, bring the super barbs. They are so effective, you're never not going to get value out of it. And here you can see how effective this little queen charge has been at the start. We got rid of the multi-mortar and the expo and the RC, and that flame flinger is now chilling. Worth noting, we still got one healer in our army comp, and the reason that was not deployed at the start is if your unicorn survives, you can only recall 4 healers with the queen and the unicorn. The 5th one would not be recalled, but that has been placed on the queen now, and the queen charge up the top is putting in really good work, and that's what I love about this attack strategy. We've only used one rage spell for this army, and that was to deal with that defensive RC. Aside from that, we have not used a rage spell, and yes, you are short on rage spells when you bring a jump and a recall, but we've still taken out a solid chunk of the base here. We've gotten rid of some high value defenses, all without putting in crazy spell investment. The flame flinger is now going to go after that scatter shot. Well, the sweeper, but hit the scatter shot from that. Now, this gets a little unlucky here. Look, the CC pulls, and as he had to put the invis down because of the raged Inferno, so the super minion does open our flame flinger, unfortunately. So the flame flinger does not get as much value as it could have. Can we at least get the scatter shot down? Come on, super minions, I believe in you. By the way, the king's on the outside of the base yet again, still using super barbs to funnel the king. Unfortunately, we're not really funneling him in because we didn't even bring a super wall breaker with this plan. There was no need for it. That's what's allowed us to bring so many super barbs, by the way. The fact that there isn't super wall breakers. So I'm not saying you can do this hit on every base, but some bases you don't need super wall breakers for necessarily. People bring it by default, but he definitely did not need it here. The jump spell made perfect sense. We use a rage spell with our Lalo, so it means we've only used 2 rage spells with our queen charge, and this base is wrecked. It's not even close. The flinger did not get the value we wanted, but it did not need to. It got enough. The queen charge was sick, and you see the power of the recall here. What a sick attack, though. I've never seen anything like it. Maybe I should give it a go. Let me know down in the comments below. Should I try this out for a video? As much as I loved the last attack, I love this attack more because I love this attack strategy. So we drop 1 Titan, and obviously the super wall breakers because they're not needed for this attack, as you'll see in a bit. And we bring a whole host of super archers. Now, the only player I've known to consistently use this attack strategy effectively is Frosty. He was a pro player for Bad Singer. I don't know if he still is. They changed their roster recently, but he was for a lot of this year an extremely effective player with the strategy. Now, one thing I will probably fail to answer here is why using Titans and Super Archers here instead of, say, Super Bowlers? When you've got, when you're not using Zap, Super Bowlers are extremely effective. The only real good answer I can give you, we're going to pause this for a second here. Both of the sweepers are facing the back end, and the Super Bowlers need the healers on them, otherwise they die. Whereas this army is a bit less dependent on the actual healers being on the troops. The Titans are super tanky, and the Super Archers provide that range damage that the Super Bowlers are so effective at. I love that jump spell. It opens up all the compartments, and this is worth noting because this is a pretty common compartment style on anti-3 bases. See, if this was Super Bowlers, we would have had to pop that Warden ability ages ago, but because it's Titans and because the Super Archers sit so far back, we did not have to pop that Warden ability for a little while, and that's worked out great for us. Super Archers still doing their thing. You can see how handy they are because they are just incredibly ranged. Now, the log launcher, not only has it opened up the whole base, but it's also activated the poison tower. That won't be doing anything because it should go down with the next log. and we're pre-raging for the contents of the log launcher. Oh, never mind. The Invis tower is still up, but it is not going to reactivate. Invis spell for our RC. She's chilling on the top side. And look at how many troops we still have up here. We still have so many super archers, because as long as the Titans sit in front of the super archers, they aren't going to die. So it's like a perfect mix, right? If the sweepers aren't that bad for Super Bowler Smash, and if the funnel is really easy, then Super Bowlers will be better. But if it's a tough little funnel, as you saw here, and if there's 2 sweepers facing immediately, then the Super Bowlers aren't necessarily the best. And this is a really good backup option. I actually wish there was more videos of this on YouTube so I could give you guys another video to go to, but I'm gonna tell you, this is a perfect showcase of why this attack strategy is criminally underutilized. Queen Charge Twin Hogs is not that uncommon, so if I showed you that attack strategy in this video, that just wouldn't be on theme for the title that I all gave you. But this is not a regular Queen Charge Twin Hog hit. No, we've got 6 spells, including 5 lightning and 1 earthquake, to set one of the best funnels you've ever seen. Also, the Yeti on the top side here, getting rid of that multi-mortar, is huge. And now look at the base. Base isn't looking as bad now, because we can queen charge this town hall comp. We're still going to get value, but this queen charge is not going to be overwhelmed, because we're down to 2 rage spells, so we have to make the most of it. And we're actually going to invest a freeze spell here to ensure our king can clean out the entire bottom side of the base, because he does need to get this air defense, otherwise there is a chance that it locks onto our healers. King's got to go and get this monolith though. King doing his best. He is being targeted by the monolith now, but with the help of the Phoenix, that will be enough to take the monolith down. It will switch to our queen, but a little too late, and we've already gotten so much of the base down. Now, we haven't dealt with the spell tower yet, and rage spell towers are dangerous, particularly when you see the amount of damage that this one on the left is going to enhance. Whoa, high value defenses there. Queen gets rid of the town hall though, and that is a good start. And here comes the super hogs on the top, and then we have the drill at the very top. Keep in mind, we did not need to use our siege machine with this queen charge, because the zaps kind of did what the blimp normally does. If you look at where we zapped, a blimp was never going to make it that far, but it still was going to get the sort of value we're looking for. We use a rage spell with our twin hogs, which means our queen charge did this with 1 rage spell. Kind of crazy to think about. The queen ability does just go off. The drill is still doing so much work on the outside of the base, just by its lonesome self carrying this entire attack. Invis to keep the queen alive, because if our queen lives, this attack is a triple. The RC ability's only just gone off. The drill is still up. The drill is really overpowered. It's not quite overpowered, that's probably the right word for it, but it's really powerful in this meta for exactly that. And 4 super hogs come out. Yeah, there's that giant bomb on the outside of the base, but that is not going to stop this attack. What a sick hit. We don't see enough zap spells with queen charge attacks, and Dima's just showed us we should see more, because it's awesome. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Hook said he would not show us a queen charge twin hog hit in this video because it's about crazy attack strategies. I accept that. But just wait, because something Dima does in this attack is insane. I've never seen anything quite like it. What it's not though is the blimp. This is a pretty standard hit, but I figured a lot of you would like this anyway. Ring base, queen charge hit, always up for finding out the best way to take that down. But just hold on. And we're going to watch this defensive CC Titan. So the Yeti bomb gets rid of the monolith and pulls the CC. That is always lots of value, but the Yeti might pull the Titan off to the side, and look at what's happening here. We are trying to kill this Titan, but it is putting so much work on the healers. We freeze the Titan out of range. We use the Super Wall Breaker to open up. We use the Wizard here to pull. Then this Goblin and the Hog, and somehow Dima has pulled the Titan away from his healers. I could not believe this when I watched it, and now we're just going to pull it full on away. The RC and the, look at that! The Poison Lizard is now dealing with the Titan. It will take a while for that to work. But, are you kidding me? Have any of you ever seen that before? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. But what a unique way to get a Titan off your healers. Freeze the Titan and retarget it with something and pull it away. So a defense targeting troop, or the Goblin is a resource targeting troop, something that won't target the Titan and pull it away. Now, obviously, this base isn't maxed. The builder huts, mortars, and the walls are a fair indication of that. But this is overkill, despite the fact that it could have gone very badly. If the healers die there to the Titan, this is over, and Dima's perfect week is done. His double perfect week as well is done. But that's why he's a pro, because he can improvise on the fly like that. That's some of the best improvising I've ever seen. RC ability still intact. Goes off on the final few buildings. I mean, this guy is not human. Obviously, Zap Titan is not a crazy attack strategy. I've given up with keeping to the title at this point. We're at the 5th attack of the video. But look, we've got 7 Zaps here. So we put 4 on the top, 3 on the bottom. Now, 7 Zaps, 1 Quake is not default with this army. So what have we done to our spell comp to bring this? We've gotten rid of the jump spell. That's what I really like about this attack strategy. People believe you're not going to do the Zap Quake on them because they put a scatter there and you can't take a scatter down. But look at this base. Where do we need a jump spell? Look at the funnel that's been set. There is no need for a jump spell whatsoever. And Dima has recognized that here. And that's allowed us to bring the extra lightning and still have more spells for our Titans. On top of that, we're bringing 5 Titans because there's no need for wall breakers either. This open base, yes, open bases like this make plenty of attack strategies really frustrating. But you can take advantage of it if you come in with the right attack strategy. So we've got the 5 Titans, the delayed Ice Golem, and look, as long as we put the King on the Tesla up here, there's really nowhere that the Titans can go but inside the base. And rather than use the Flinger, which makes no sense with the Monolith on the bottom side, we're going to use the Blimp. We time it with when our Titans need the Blimp. We use the Rage spell as well. And rather than use a Rage spell with our Yeti Bomb, we're just going to freeze the Poison Tower, and then the sneaky gobs that are with our Yetis there can go to work, and that Town Hall will go down. The Poison Tower, sorry, will be activated as well. There's our second Rage. I'm not even sure we really needed it there. Probably would have been better to save it for the Scattershot and Queen, but I mean, look at how many of our Titans are still up. They've just been able to roll over on this base, and this is what you can do in wars. You can tailor your army to the base. And that's what the best players in the world do. And recognizing that a jump spell was not needed for this attack strategy, but an extra lightning was, made this entire attack. Now, I wouldn't recommend with this army leaving the Monolith up till last, particularly the Monolith and the Warden. That's some seriously high damage buildings, but when you've got this many troops left, I mean, look at this. This is obliterated. It's not even close. And it's all because of the plan here. So beautifully done from Dima. Obviously, not a crazy attack strategy. I'm not going to pretend it is, but at least the first, 3 attacks in this video were definitely crazy. And the 4th one was a crazy recovery with the defensive CC Titan. So hopefully that fulfilled what you guys thought this video was about. As you can see, Dima got a double perfect week. 14 out of 14. Congrats to him. We're actually going to do another video on his attacks in a few days, showcasing the blimp attack strategies he used. He did some insane blimp attacks, and I figured I'd show you guys that the blimp is still the strongest siege machine in Clash of Clans. Until that video comes out though, if you want to see more Dima videos, because we've got plenty on the channel, because as you've seen, he's insane. He also base builds insane as well, so I'll link a base link video that we did with him recently. That base is OP and it's still working for me.